Hi everyone, it's Bethany. Today we are going to be talking about different ways that you can use either a ball or a homemade ball to get some heavy work and some movement for your child. My homemade ball, I just wrapped up some pillows, some blankets, wrapped them up in a yoga mat. You could wrap it up in a blanket or a towel, anything that creates something that's kind of round and then a little bit unstable. That will give your child the same input as if you have a peanut ball or a big exercise ball at home. Whichever one you're doing, they're all used in the same way. Whichever one you're using, we'll use them all the same way. I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can use either a ball or a homemade ball. And the first one is going to be just sitting on that unstable surface. So you can have your child sit. I like to have the child straddle the ball if it's a peanut ball. That way they can get a little bit of extra support through their feet here. And then for all the things that we're going to be doing today, there's going to be a goal. So your child's going to be doing a job while they're on the ball. This first one is going to be a puzzle. And when you're thinking about what job your child can do at home, what the goal of the activity is going to be, any activity that has multiple pieces, you can incorporate into one of these ball activities. So if the child is sitting on the ball, what I'm going to do is hold a puzzle piece out to where the child has to lean a little bit to reach the puzzle piece. So if I were to put it here, the child wouldn't have to lean at all. It's close enough to their body that they're not having to get any of that core working. So I want to hold it out a little bit far so that the child has to reach their body out and really balance on the ball with their core muscles. And then you can hold the puzzle for them to put the piece inside the puzzle. You could have your child reach down to the puzzle. So if I hold a piece out over here, the child has to reach, and then they would have to stabilize themselves and reach down. That would be an extra challenge. I won't go through all of the puzzle pieces because that would get a little bit repetitive, but the premise is the same. Hold the puzzle piece out far enough that the child has to lean their body so that they get a little bit of wiggling while they're on that ball, and then have them put the piece back into the puzzle. The next thing I'm going to show you is having the child lay on their stomach over top of the ball. So I'm going to bring my child over here and have him lean forward. You see I've got some small pom-poms and then also a bowl here. And I'm going to put the pom-poms on one side and the bowl on the other side. So the child has to reach across and then put the pom-poms into a bowl. This arm can help them stabilize themselves on the ground while they're reaching across with this arm. Some children might reach to the same side and then put the pom-pom over. That's fine. Any way they do it, they're going to be getting a lot of heavy work to those arms and to those hands. The farther you put the bowl and the pom-poms away, the more work your child is going to have to do. So if I put it nice and close, like this green one, they don't really have to lean forward to put weight through their arms. But if I put it further away, like this yellow one, they have to roll forward. There's a lot more of their weight that's coming off of the ball, so they have to stabilize with one hand, pick up the pom-pom with the other hand. And then the very last activity that I'll show you will be leaning backwards on the ball and then sitting up. So I've got some bigger balls here and then some of my stuffed animal bean bags. And I would have the child sit on the ball with the items behind them. And then I would lean them back. The first time you lean your child back, give them a lot of support at their back, at their torso. It might be a little bit intimidating for them. Go ahead and lean them back. They will reach over their head and pick up the ball. And then this is the hard part because you really have to use those abs. They might need your help. Sit back up, and then somewhere over here, I've got my laundry hamper target. Sorry, that's hard to see. And they can throw the ball into the laundry hamper. If when you lean your child back, they don't reach for the item, they might not be able to see it the first couple of times, and they might not understand what you're asking them to do. So I will sometimes lift up the item so that they can see, hey, there's some fun stuff back here. And then once they get the hang of looking for it, then they're usually able to find it on their own. So I hope you guys enjoy these activities that you can do with your child to get some movement, some heavy work in. I know they're probably all very energetic being stuck inside for the last month or so now. Good news, the weather's getting better, so hopefully I will get some outside activities for you guys next week, things with chalk, hopscotch, jumping. Now that it's bright and sunny out consistently, let's get out of these houses a little bit. Thank you, everyone. Let me know if you have any questions or if you'd like any further support with these OT activities. Bye.